I'm Marcia Andrews, your school board member for District 6. You elected me 4 years ago to get the job done, to make action happen. I did it by opening West Tech for adults and opening in the fall for students, opening 3 brand new schools in the Glades, working in Wellington with struggling students, working with the village council as well as the community to give $25,000 for struggling learners. We talked about it tonight, equity for all. I'm someone that understands that, and 4 years ago you voted for me to make it happen, and I did, and I deserve and hope that you feel that I can make it happen for 4 more years, being your voice for all students.
Joe Moore, and candidate in District 6, and we just want to stress that a lot of what we've talked about today is trying to find ways to fund our priorities. And that happens in the annual budget cycle that the school board takes up. I've assisted policymakers in balancing budgets for 30 years. My whole entire background has been trying to work with policymakers in setting out priorities. You're not going to have change in the system until you change the priorities in the budget. I think I can help with that.
Ella Donaldson, District 6 candidate. Let me leave you with some thoughts. We're the 11th largest school district in the country, the 5th in the state. We're the largest employer in Palm Beach County. We have no measurable goals and no strategic plan. We have no plan of action. How is that possible? What are we going to do? I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along. It's not the answer. Our kids deserve more. Our kids deserve an education, and they deserve someone that's going to speak up and fight for them in the classrooms. Carla Donaldson, your candidate for District 6.
We're grateful to have been here tonight. Pepe Hendricks, of course, running for school board District 7. 15 years of experience in the classroom has allowed me to be able to see what's needed in the school district. I've worked with children, I've worked with parents who are wanting a change for their children. We have to make sure, again, that we have a curriculum that is consistent and across the board. We have to make sure that we're putting resources back in the early childhood years so our children will not leave out of 2nd grade without knowing how to read. As a 3rd grade teacher, many times the children are not at the level they should be, and when they get to me, they're no longer learning to read, but rather reading to learn. So it's most important that our children are learning to read. We have to make sure that we're empowering our parents to be able to take back charge of their children's education, giving them the trainings, the seminars, and the workshops that they need to be better parents, strategies on showing them how to teach their kids, how to teach reading, how to teach math, and most of all, we have to make sure that we're allowing our teachers to be autonomous in their approach. Again, a dictated curriculum that tells you what to teach, when to teach, and how to teach is not what we need, but we rather need teachers to be autonomous and to be able to teach, again, without someone always looking over their head. Allow them to do what it is that they do best. I need your vote. August the 26th, let's get back to basics in Palm Beach County.
I'm happy to talk to anybody to get to the truth, which is in the details about any of the issues. There's been a lot of doublespeak and misspeak here tonight, and I don't have the time to clarify all that. But I want you to look at my record and look at everything I have done. We talk about what we have done as individuals, but the truth of the matter is we operate as a collective. You have to count to 4, and you're only going to count to 4 if you have the experience to present your argument, if you have the credibility, and if you have the integrity. I have 30 years of fighting for other people's children, 14 on the school board, Coalition for Black Student Achievement, NAACP, Progressive Association of Neighbors, yada, yada, yada. I could go on and on. But I bring that back to the table to continue to fight. We are at the edge of greatness. There are things on the table We're gonna move this district forward. We have a board now that is hearing what we need to do, and we're gonna start counting to 4 and get more of these things done. When I met with my opponent, he told me, Dr. Robinson, I greatly admire the things you've done. You've just been on the board too long. Well, I don't want my child taught by an inexperienced teacher, and I don't want you to have an inexperienced board member. I know that my opponent must greatly admire his father and the things he's done. I presented him an article about his father from February 10th, 1972. And the article refers to Dan Hendricks speaking about someone else and says, from what I've heard, Ted Brown is a good man and will be an asset to the board. But it takes time to learn, as it would for any board member. I went to the school board meetings regularly for 2 or 3 years before I was elected, and I just now feel that I'm beginning to have the necessary experience. We don't have time to do a stutter step. I am willing to train and download my brain into anybody who wants to step into this seat. But the election is on August 26th, and I am your candidate.
I really would like to carry it on, but we don't go a little bit too far. And I would say that if all of the water that's on the planet was as ink and all of the trees, we could not exhaust all of that wisdom tonight. I just ask those of you who have attended this program tonight to become an advocate for children. Please start to mentor some child that's close to you inside your community. It might be one of your family members or anyone that's close to you. Thank you again for coming out.